What's up, everybody? Clone here, and it's been a while. I've been dead for a good 7 months. Uh, I haven't been playing much Mons, but I've been keeping up relatively. But we've just been focusing on IRL stuff. But because of this quarantine, it means I'm locked indoors more than I'm used to. So I guess I have more time to play Mons and stuff like that. And so yeah, and actually this tournament that I'm going to be talking about my battles from is actually quarantine draft tour, so it's like specifically because of the quarantine. And as you can see, I played 11 rounds. It's probably the most rounds I've ever played in a tournament. Um, yeah, I think so. I've played a couple I made it far in a couple LC tournaments, but like at the most like 4 or 5 rounds, not like 11. And I definitely could have made farther. But I think I finished like top six overall, top four losers bracket. But I mean, I'm definitely happy with my result. It's definitely a pretty solid placing, but I feel like I could have played better, especially in the two games I lost. Because this was a double elimination tournament, so that's I guess really interesting. But I'm just gonna. This is my team. It's Pult Gliscor. I kind of organized it. Pult Gliscor, Coco, Victini, and that's the type of because you were able to choose your team. There was no draft, so you were able to basically get anything broken. And I feel like those four mons together are amazing. They cover each other's weaknesses so well. It's kind of ridiculous. And if you think about it, they're all I mean, Victini and Dragonbolt are amazing electric terrain abusers. Granted, I almost never click Bolt Strike or Thunderbolt with Dragonbolt in terrain. It's kind of one of those things where you never you never really click it, but it is um, important in prep. Knowing that my Slowbro is not that great of a wall will dictate your prep in a certain way that it doesn't before. Um, that's why I really love Victini and Dragonbolt with Coco. I think I used this team in a couple other settings. I don't remember what exactly, but I mean, oh yeah, for PLA, so one of the leagues I do sometimes, I think I had a very similar team, and I went 2-0 with that team specifically because we were able to use multiple teams. But that specific team, I went 2-0. I think our team didn't do too well. Aside from my wins, we had maybe four total wins. Um, aside from my wins, and then but like three of those were from this team, this core at least. So um, I guess the thing with the tournament setting is that, and it's 8 months specifically, but I had 7 months, but because you can choose, because I felt like 7 was a little bit stronger than 8 when I have a very strong core. I just want the last three members being more supporty or um, more beneficial members. I guess members that help win or members that help my core win. So I guess I'll talk about my last three members. Lucario, I think Lucario is such a slept on mon, to be honest. It's one of the most threatening value win cons in the game, honestly. With the fact that I mean, both its setup is so strong, especially with the fact that it gets really good priority. Like it gets Vacuum Wave, E-Speed, Bullet Punch, which are all really good priority, and especially in 8 months, you don't need that many moves to hit things. A lot of times, Bullet Punch, E-Speed can win you the game. You don't really need to have like close combat and all the other moves that you need in like a 13 mon format or 11 mon format. And I think Lucario came very often, every week except the first weekend. He really put the team on his back in a sense that my first 4 mons really broke holes that allowed him to sweep, I think. And Vileplume is such a good low tier grass. It's really good. Even though I run like 252, 252 every single week, it puts in so much work. And it's such a underrated mon as well. It's like 5 points or whatever. But being a grass that's also grounded poison is really valuable. It's significantly better defensively than like Roselia. And, effects War is really nice. Sleep Powder is really nice, and it's not as slow as Roselia. I think Roselia is like 30 speed. This is but Vileplume is more like 50, which is important in a meta. With Mameros everywhere, like a bunch of other mons as well. And Cloyster, I love Cloyster actually. Um, look at you think about it, traditional teams and they'd always have a bulky water, but I feel like in 8 months that's not necessarily a must. And so Cloyster um, is actually really good as your water. Defensive, I don't think I ran. Aside from maybe 1 week against us facing Stall, I don't think I ran Shell Smash once on my Cloyster. And it's really good, mon. It's a really good mon. I think Cloyster. It's really underrated. I feel like T spikes are so good, especially on Cloyster. The fact it can spin as well. It's like one of the only mons that has access to both spikes and spin, and then it's also really threatening because it's not defensive. It's not like Fortress. Obviously, Fortress can do the same thing as Cloyster, but it's a Fortress compared to the threatening offensive prowess of a Cloyster. So I feel like Cloyster is such a cool like 9 point mon. The fact that it's actually really good defensively as a water, considering that has been more of a shift to more um, physically offensive waters. Stuff like Manaphy and all those other water types aren't as popular as they used to be, and stuff like Dracovish are running rampant. And so it's actually a really cool answer to those mons. And then yeah, I think that's my team. I feel like Coco, Pult, and Gliscor and Victini are makes sense. Really strong Volt Turn, Electric Taint and Abusing. Um, none of them are below 95 speed. Gliscor being the slowest, and he's defensive most most weeks. And I feel like Gliscor is such a good defensive. Like you just put him on your team, and the lack of HV ice means teams really have a hard time breaking it most times. And then it's also really good offensively, and it's also really cool status absorber because I don't think I had a cleric, but Gliscor really functions nicely as like a replacement to a cleric that is able to take those annoying things. So these are my 11 opponents. Um, they're all pretty good players. I think the only game I didn't play was against Lejon. I think I got a forfeit win for that game, but I wasn't looking forward to playing him. I think I had some cool techs, but I'm not gonna go over prep for every single team, and I don't even remember every single team. But I'm just gonna go over my games. Been talking long enough. I do have a game in like 30 minutes, so just go over my prep or go over my plays at least. So this is week 1, I believe, against CMR. I think I scouted a couple of his games before, and he does like using certain. I remember I scouted his games, and I remember noticing something about like lead wise. So I think I get the lead matchup here. I don't, or do I? I don't remember what my set was exactly. I talk about scouting his games, but you see, Cloyster is actually a really good Lando check. You wouldn't think that, and I think I put up that T spike, and I'm in a really good position. His Poliwrath comes in, but Vileplume's such a good defensive grass. Um, click Sunspore here, I get the Para Moltres. I don't know if this Moltres is defog or not, so I go into my Gliscor. Gliscor basically deals with Moltres unless it's like Wisp, but he's paralyzed. I don't think my Gliscor is actually able to touch this Moltres because I think it's Toxic EQ. So I go into Victini here. I was expecting him to switch, but I think I just switch here again because I don't know what his set is exactly. Poliwrath is just not able to actually touch my Vileplume, so And look, he takes rocks, so I know he's not boots. You get the leech up. I think I go Gliscor here. On the Hurricane, even if it hit, it does like 30 because I'm Spadef, I'm pretty sure. I Toxic here because I don't think he'd sack his Moltres. I think I just Bruised the last couple turns. I Toxic again just to see what he wants to do. I don't know if I go Victini here. Makes sense to me for me to go Victini, but like it also doesn't make sense for him to just stay in here because he's not going to accomplish anything. I guess if he crits me or confuses me, he can accomplish something. But I do believe my last move is EQ. I'm faster too, which is unfortunate because I can't EQ on his Roost. But I should just go Victini, honestly. But like I'm not really losing anything. I do go Victini right here. On the Para. It's probably likely that he clicked the fire move there anyways. And Zen, there's no way there's no way you're hitting me through that. But he goes into his Lando here. I think I just go back into my Gliscor. What is Lando gonna do? This is Gen 8, and I think Lando's trash in Gen 8 compared to Gliscor, just because of the lack of Z moves. So Glalie, I know it doesn't have return. It could have freeze dry, but like my Cloyster takes 6%. I think I just it does have freeze dry, but Cloyster big body. I do have Rock Blast, of course. Um, it's a really good coverage move on Cloyster just because it hits everything that Icicle Spear doesn't really. Ice types, fire types, flying types. Oh, I mean, yes, flying types are hit naturally, but I of course sack it. I don't want to risk anything, and it just gives me Victini anyways because Victini destroys Lottie. Just to get the U-turn off. Can go Pult, click Draco, kill this thing. I don't even know if I'm Specs or not, but just murder that thing. Goes Coco here, but he's forced to take T-Spike, which means that even if this is a setup, it doesn't really beat me. I think it's physical, but he goes into Sladios. I think I just sack, because like, I go Victini. Smart play by me, I guess. I don't know if I'm AV Victini. I did run so many types of Victinis, but I don't think I was AV there specifically. But I'm able to just, I mean, this is the, I guess I did click T-Bolt and Electric Train, but I mean, this is the power of this team is just, when you're playing offensively with this team, it's so strong, and then the few defensive Pokemon you have are they're so solid themselves that they really fill in the gaps of having a really big 3 offensive core. So like just Gliscor, and Cloysters together are so strong defensively, and then you put on to that the Vileplume, and physical attackers have a really hard time breaking this team, and even special attackers don't really have an easy time either, because Gliscor and Vileplume have the ability to run Spit F. Look at Brave Bird, it does 59 to my Vileplume, and Coco has like 110 attack or something. His attack stat is like really solid, or 115, I don't remember. I think I go Pult here, just because like he can't really click anything. So I think I am Scarf, and that's my week 1. So I opened up pretty well. I think I don't remember what specific. I remember scouting and it being really valuable. His replays. I don't know if it was. I mean, I think the Poliwrath maybe. The Poliwrath, knowing I was afraid of some specific Poliwrath, and then I saw that he doesn't really like to bring it at all. But yeah, my next week is against Quaze. I don't know the CMR guy. I don't know Quaze either. Well, I know Quaze plays Smogon, but like, everyone plays Smogon. If you just sign up. But or like he's like a solid Smogon player, but I think I am weakness policy Victini here. Oh yeah, he has I have a ridiculous amount of games against like Stall and Rain. This is like the first game against Stall. But yeah, I am weakness policy, so I was expecting him to click knock and then flame charge, and then I sweep his team. As you can see, Cloyster destroys Dracovish. Fish is rained at 18%, and it's likely that he was probably Scarf, like a Scarf Adamant. I am Metronome here, so I'm not actually fearing the Wisp, and I'm doing progressively more damage, as you can see. Here I should probably have T-Spike there, but I don't think I have it. I should have Rock Blasted, actually. But, like, even Icicle Spear is doing good chip. Like 30% off on this Rotom is nice. Rotom's actually a huge threat to my team. This is not the first Rotom I played, but it was the first Rotom I played where I realized, oh shoot, Rotom is actually kind of a threat. Because it just destroys Gliscor with the new nasty plot tech it has. So I go Voltier, and I think make a double. Pretty solid. It's not exactly what I wanted, but I just go Lucario here. I think I nasty plot here, and I basically win because he clicks recover for no reason. But style players like to play this way, and I don't bother predicting at all here because I know Lucario is gonna claim so many kills. Even if he hits that Air Slash, he still loses his Togekiss. So here I click Vacuum Wave here, and I am Chople. So he wasn't expecting me to be Chople, and I guess it's cool because Ditto really forces you to bring out your best prep, and so Chople Lucario sweeps this team, because when he vacuum waves me back, he doesn't able to kill me, and then I am able to kill him, which is really cool. I mean, Scarf Togekiss could have threw a wrench into my plans, but it is how it is. he would have been locked into Vacuum Wave, which means, and I have a Dragon Pult, so like, it doesn't even mean that necessarily he wins. But losing Togekiss is so big because that's the speed control. I believe my Koko is like Calm Mind. Yeah, it's Calm Mind, I think. You know, him burning. It's like, who cares? I don't even bother predicting. Vacuum Wave again. Skipping a little bit. Vacuum Wave on the Protect. Doesn't even matter. He sacks his Mon. And then I am CC on my Koko, so I always know I can beat this Slax in the end game. Because even if he's Curse, which I think he brought week 1, yeah, he's complaining about like rolls. But like, I mean, if you're playing stall, I don't think you have the right to complain about hacks. Like, if you're playing stall, then that means you're taking way more, on average, more hits than an offensive player. Like, my team plays very offensively when I want it to, and so I don't have to actually take many hits. That would jeopardize my game, you know. And that's the benefit of playing hyper offense versus stall. But you know, obviously, hyper offense requires a lot more predictions and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just a nice game. Um, Finishing the game off an electric train both times. But I was against Quaze. I think he's like a pretty solid battler. I think he got pretty mad after this game. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember one of my opponents. They brought like something illegal, and then they were really mad, but they bought an illegal set. But anyways, Landorus. This is against Savoras. This is my week 3. Still winners bracket, which is nice. A lot of the players actually ended up going out early. I don't, as you can see, I don't like playing with timer unless my opponent's taking a long time. Then you know, I'll turn on the timer. Ball strike doing 83% to Scarm. Oh yeah, this is where cut step is illegal. So like, no matter how this game goes, he basically is disqualified because for using cut step berry because it's not released. But yeah, get on my rocks, free rocks. I'm probably gonna go over my prep later in my later games. Hold on, what do you say? How did Bolt Strike do so much damage? Uh, what was my set? What was my set? I think I was just Scarf Victini this week. Oh, I was banned. I was banned. Okay. Yeah, it's just normal ban. Admin bad. But sorry. Draco, I crit him. He told me. He says use AV. Obviously. So I think looking back at it, obviously he's DQ'd because of the custom berry. But looking back at it, I probably would have clicked U-turn. But you know, I definitely wasn't playing that great this early onto the tournament. I definitely played much better like towards the middle. So I think I just clicked Draco because I'm fine. Like if he's not AV, if he's like a normal 252 HP, I Oko him where I do so much damage that his obstacle is useless, and if his obstacle is useless, that means like he has like a hard time breaking my things. It's like one of his only threats really to do major damage. He misses the Zen. I am Scar Final Gambit. I think I bring this more than once. Just cool tech. I think I brought Lucario gets inner focus, so it's actually a really cool lead against Medicham. I think I led with Lucario turn 1, and he led Landorus, and I wasn't sure if he was Scarf or not, so I switched, and he switched too, so kind of told me that it's likely he's not Scarf. Click Brave Bird here. I'm pretty sure Coco basically wins this end game here. Coco, one of my favorite Gen 8 mons for sure. It's one of my favorite SM mons as well. You know, Z moves are so cool on Coco. Then, what did I click here? Do I have Taunt? I do not, but I think I just go back into my Coco here. Probably clicks Roost. I think I have Thunder Punch here, but I also have Roost of myself, so like, what's he gonna do? He's able to roost up. Goes into his Landorus. I think I click Thunder Punch here, but I think I scout the Scarf here, but I know it's likely he's not Scarf. Because after that turn, I'm pretty sure he's not Scarf, basically. And so, like, I'm playing very passively. I'm not making any predictions there, but I really should have made predictions there, just to clean out the game. But I was just trying not to risk anything, you know, if he's a crazy player. But it's like it's basically free. Shadow Ball, as you can see, Foul Play doesn't do enough because I am special. I get my chip off on this, which means Brave Bird kills everything, I think. Yep. Go into my Coco, and I know he's not Scarf based on damage, I think. Click Brave Bird. Actually, don't think I have Roost, but it doesn't really matter. And he forfeits because I win, you know. Just he did bring Cuss Step, so it's technically I would have won no matter what. But next game. This is against Gangaster, still winners upper brackets, and this is actually, I mean, I'll spoil it anyways. This is the first game I lose. And honestly, I didn't play too well. I got a little bit unlucky, I think. No, I didn't. I made a really weird play here by sacking my Cloister turn one. I mean, I just really wanted that T-Spike up because T-Spike was so big against his team. I shouldn't have risked it realistically, but I felt like Vileplume was very obvious because, like, especially like you have him on metal, so why wouldn't I have a Fizz Def Vileplume with Effect Spore? And so I thought he was probably going to make the U-turn play and predict, but because I know Gangaster is a good player, I know him from like Draft League World Cup and stuff like that, so I know he's a really solid player. So I guess I was over predicting in a sense. I could have just went into my Vileplume, and we are pretty far into winners bracket, so I was expecting him to play more aggressively. I trick him. I guess I was trying to catch something. I don't remember what exactly, but I give him my Scarf, which ends up being really unfortunate. I give him my Scarf. Yeah, I don't know why he would stay in with his Carmart against a Vileplume when you're locked into Surf. So that's why I made my Victini play there. But you know, whatever. Here, I paralyze him. He's able to get up rocks, even though he's paralyzed. I mean, I definitely don't think I played horribly there in this game, but definitely could have played better. I don't remember what I go into my Gliscor. My Gliscor, I think, should live. Yeah, easily. He's not banded, I believe. Yeah, he's lefties. Think I just click Roost? Yeah. Go into my Coco here. It's pretty safe mid ground. Surf does a good chunk, but you know I am Roost. He goes into Rillaboom here. I just Volt. To my Vileplume, he clicks Protect, but like, what else do you think I'm clicking, friend? I think I click Sludge again, and I predict. So I mean, I am playing from behind, so I do play more aggressively. Double Iron comes out. I think I just Roost here. I'm slowly chipping him down, but obviously I have the Lucario, and this being Scarfed is actually really annoying for my Lucario. Because I don't think I have priority to hit this. I don't have E-Speed. He clicks Roost there. He goes no metal here, which is interesting. I Volt, which does 50s 4. So I go into make a Victini here. If he gets parried, then I can live and I force offensive pressure, but he breaks through. I think I just go back into my Coco and I click Volt again. This is free. Goes into his Boom. I think I'll Volt into probably the Vileplume. Yep. But like everything in his team is like very chipped down, basically. Lopunny is the only thing. I mean, Lopunny dies to Vacuum Wave. I think I am Nasty Plot. But the fact that his Cramorant is healthy is really annoying for me. And the fact that Scarf is really annoying for me. So tricking him is actually really annoying for my thought process in this end game here. I think I'm just leeching. He gets so much HP back, which is so annoying. I predict him to go into something else, but he doesn't make that decision. I just strength up here. I think I just go into my Coco, predicting the Hurricane. I believe he serves. No, he Hurricanes. Confuses me, which is annoying. I do think I hit myself, which is annoying because then I'm now forced to sack this basically. That's actually super annoying because yeah, he gets this SD up versus I would have been able to and he crits me here, which is also very annoying because otherwise he wouldn't have been able to kill me. So I did kind of lose to hacks. Yeah, I was pretty mad, but I also didn't play too well at this game. I think that like turn one, if I had just clicked T Spike and played it slow, didn't force my trick too early, I think I would have won this game no matter what. He could have crit me 5 million times or however many times he wanted to, and I still would have won if I got a T Spike up. Because then this Rillaboom would have been really pressured, and this grassy terrain wouldn't have been as effective. So I should have went Vileplume that turn one there. I think I sacked my closer a couple of times over these next couple games. Just cause you know, I just my friend just likes to be sacked sometimes. Ice Punch crits me, which is annoying because now it's very obvious I'm clicking Strength Sap here. When I could have predicted and clicked Leech. Go into my Gliscor here. I think I just sack it. And here I think I go for this. I need to put some pressure on him. I should have maybe just killed him. Realistically. Um, I'm now +3. And you know, you realize my Coco's at 23%. If my Coco was much healthier, then I wouldn't have to have risked this. But you see here, Dark Pulse obliterates this. But the problem is, he put me in range of Fake Out, which means that even though I am Inner Focus, which and Vacuum Wave would have been able to kill him, because because I was forced to take that Cramorant Surf. Since he's faster because of the Scarf, I actually lose because of it. So I think Lopunny's faster than my Coco and it just kills it. That's actually really unfortunate. And here I think my Coco has no real way of touching this Rillaboom. But like if my Coco was what's it called? If I had that T-Spike up, my Coco actually would have been able to beat this 1v1, I think. And ridiculous. I was pretty mad at this. It was like one of my first few games from playing from a break, and I got really unlucky actually. And I also played like pretty poorly, but you know, when you play poorly and then you get lucked, you can't really blame it on the luck. Looking back at it now, even though he did get really lucky. So here I'm playing Gauge. Um, so this is my first loser bracket game. I think I had to. I played my first 4 games like really fast, so I had to wait like 5 days for this game. But this is the first one of the first rain or second, probably the second rain team I faced. So I missed Madness here, turn one, which would have been nice for getting chip off on this Ferrothorn. But Coco actually walls Ferrothorn, funnily enough. I can discharge here really freely. I get the Para. Discharge again. Get the Para. Nature's Madness. I miss, which does play a part into this later endgame. I can taunt here because I just don't want him to get up his rocks. Go into my Cloyster here. He gets a defense drop, so this is one of those situations where once again, I guess I didn't learn from the last game. I felt like me going Vileplume was very obvious here, and I thought he would Ice Punch. And I was like, well, there's no better opportunity if you Ice Punch. I felt like this was very obvious Ice Punch here. Because like clicking close combat when I have, because like I'm -1 defense, I should fear this close combat. And I do, but I feel like Ice Punch is so free. But he clicks close combat anyways, makes the correct read. If he didn't get the defense drop and I made that same read, I actually would have lived and got my T-Spike up either way. Um, but I just Sludge Bomb here. Go into my Victini here, because like, what is he gonna do? He's forced to basically sack. I am AV Victini, which is very cool. Overheat. I think I get lucky here, but HP on this doesn't really matter. And then I can just click U-turn. It was a roll, I believe Thunder. In his favor, but it was a roll. Darkest Lariat. You can see, Vileplume very easily walls this. I'm thinking Ice Punch or Switch, so I go into my Coco here. He freezes me, which is annoying. I think I do get the first turn thaw. Oh, I don't. I don't. And I sack my Vileplume here. I get the para, which is nice. But at this point, you know, the damage is done. I can go my Pult here, though. And my Pult outspeeds this even if it's... even if it didn't get parried, my Pult outspeeds him there. He goes into his own. Gets, you know, Shadow Balls me. I bird him just in case he's the other set. Physical. Because if he's physical and the DD's there, it's pretty annoying for me. I go to my Lucario here because I know I can easily take whatever he wants to click here. So I SD there. I am Choppel, so I SD again. Granted, if you can watch here, I go +4 because I need the damage. But you can see he's able to actually live and get this explosion chip. So if he didn't get that explosion chip, this hurricane miss wouldn't have mattered. Basically, I would have been out of range of Hurricane if he didn't get that. So what I'm trying to say is, if I had Natured Madness, the Ferrothorn, those first two times I Natured Madness, he would have been in range of Drain Punch, and I would have always been able to stay healthy and out of range of Hurricane, and so that Hurricane miss wouldn't have mattered. So I guess in a way the hacks all balanced out in the end, and you know, if I win, I'm happy with the win. But I definitely wouldn't say I got lucky this game. Or like in general, I'd say my luck was even, or if not worse than everyone else's this tournament. Although in those situations, it definitely helped me that even when I was unlucky the first couple turns, it kind of came back for me. So another Rain team. I just love playing Rain, and so I think here is where I actually start playing well. This is probably one of at this point, it's probably the best game I play. Playing against Kurai. I think he's an SBT, I think, but I definitely seen his name around. Pretty cool dude. I think it's basically the same Coco set, you know. And here I realized that gyro damage tells me that he's offensive, or like if he's not offensive, he's banded. And I was like, okay, it's interesting. So I get my T-Spike up here, which is very nice. Even if the Zap is Defog, which I think isn't likely, is it Rain Dance instead? And you know, Zap is never going to be able to beat Gliscor 1v1. So I get up my rocks, thinking Hurricanes again, but you know, I'm just going to roost, man. I think I Toxic, and then I get out of range, and then I roost here. And he's forced to take the poison with Kingdra, which is what I ideally want. Because then now I can easily beat this, and it's probably going to claim kills here because my Vileplume, despite being an okay check, it's not the greatest check. I probably should have had Protect on my Vileplume, actually, thinking about it. That would have been a cool tech to stall out more. But I am Scarf Dragon Pult with Hex support, T-Spike support. T-Spike support for Hex Dragon Pult is really cool, actually. Barraskewda, but my Cloister walls this, unless or forces him to click CC at least. I don't know if I make a double here, predicting the CC. Yeah, I do. Go back into my Pult here. I don't know what I click here. I think I am Scarf, though. Yeah, I am Scarf. I Wisp there because he can't really do anything. Skull burns me, which is like whatever. Goes into this Ferrothorn. I hit my Madness, which means he is in range of my Lucario. So I just go into my Cloyster here, because I can spin. Cloyster is actually really good against Ferrothorn. You can see it's doing very good damage. He clicks Leech there, which is like whatever. I just go into my Coco here, because I don't want him to get recovery. Because it's very obvious that, so he is Tropical, and I think he does live here, barely. He body presses, but I am Tropical myself, so it doesn't really matter. I drain again, and at this point I know Lucario wins this endgame, just because of all the hazards that are up. I'm pretty sure he goes into his Politoed here to set up the rain. I think I just go into my Pult. Yep, this thing takes any hit from this easily, and then I can kill it with Hex, or at least I force a kill with Hex because the Zapdos is toxic. The Barraskewda is poisoned, and the Swampert, if it comes in, will be poisoned, and it doesn't take 2 hexes, I don't believe. So Swampert comes in, Earthquake does nothing. Here, I remember my Cloyster only had 3 moves. If I had last move Protect, I would have clicked it there, but I didn't. He might have predicted that, but he sacks his Zapdos anyways. I don't think Cloyster actually learns Freeze Dry, interesting enough, which is very unfortunate that it can't bop those Swamperts and Toads. So it goes into this. I mean, I'm fine sacking this, because then it just gives me the Pult, and I know he doesn't have that many rain turns left, so I know. Oh, actually, yeah. I mean, it gives me E-Speed, and I think here I just E-Speed again. There's really no set that Swampert could be here that would allow him to beat my team. I think he's in range of Hex here, but I don't want to risk anything, so I just sack my Gliscor as well. Give myself the best possible odds, and then go into my Pult. Yeah, and cool dude, saying good luck. And so I think I played very solid, especially that endgame. Basically, I knew I needed to win with Pult Hex, and I got that win con. Next game is, so I think in between these games is forfeit win against Lejon. So I guess I only played 10 games. 10 games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 games, 8 games. But yeah, 8 games is a lot though. So I'm playing Will, good friend of mine. He's my captain twice for TDT and TWU. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. So here, I didn't like my matchup against Melmetal is always bad, and especially now I realize how bad it is because his team has very good supporting members for Melmetal, and so I lead Gliscor because if he leaves Melmetal, I know 100% he's probably clicking Ice Punch here, but I just need Chip on this so that my Victini 100% kills, and I can even bluff that I am Scarf because then Scarf Victini kills him there. So I just need a Chip basically, and information as well, I guess. So I do play very aggressively this game. It's probably the best game I played this tournament. Predicting very heavily. U-turning here on his Camerupt, and I'm clicking Wisp on a Camerupt. Bluffing that I have Hydro Pump because Hydro Pump will kill him there. Goes into this Rotom. I don't remember what I click here. Just Hex, get that chip off. This Rotom can't do anything back to me. I am Castleberry, very cool tech for his Dragon Pult as well, in case he's DD. Hex again. I do reveal that I have the Hydro Pump here, and I kill him. Goes into his Bulu. I don't remember if I Wisp here, but I think this is Vileplume is a very good Bulu check. I just Powder here in case he's Calm Mind. I don't have a Dark type in this team, so stuff like the Erosion is actually really threatening. But I go into my Victini here. It's actually Victini obviously is super threatening for him. I click U-turn because it does a lot of damage to Erosion anyways. Get in my Pult, click Hex, kill this thing. Goes back into his Bulu. I don't remember if I Wisp here. I think he's Scarf. I'm pretty sure he's Scarf, so I just go into my Vileplume here. He goes into his Melmetal here, so I'm pretty sure. Here I just click Leech. I'm faster than him, I know. If I could sleep him, I would. But I am Eject Button, so that basically whenever he hits me, I am able to get the momentum into Victini. So I wasn't playing. This is turn 13. I'm playing this game very quickly, or I'm playing to end this game quickly. Whether I win or lose, I don't want this game to go more than 30 turns. Like, so I brought stuff like eject button, because the more chances he has to click double Iron Bash, the more chances I lose this game. So I need to end it very early, basically. Here, I don't remember what I click. I think V-Crit, yeah. It does 5 bajillion damage to this Duocean. I think I am still faster, even at -1 speed. Goes in his Dragapult, and he takes 5 billion, 5 billion damage again. 83% is ridiculous, especially because Dragon Pult is actually decently bulky. Going to my Goblin here, it's basically free. And if he's physical like he is, he's forced to hit me. I don't know if Dragon Darts actually hits you, but it's a good sack. So here I take anything from this. So I click Play Rough, and then he hits me here, and I just Play Rough. If I had missed there, I probably would have been in a bad spot. I guess Lucario could have clutched out with Bullet Punch. I do have Bullet Punch. Goes in his blue here. He reveals he is actually the Scarfer. So I go into my Bolt here. I don't remember what I click. I just Wisp, but I was Berry, so I'm able to just click Hex here anyways. Goes in his blue. I think he clicks Play Rough as I just sack this because I know Victini wins in this endgame. Yeah, and then because basically he's forced to go into Mamedo. V-Crit obviously destroys that, and then he's forced to bring it back in. And here he sets up grassy terrain, so I know high horsepower is never going to be able to kill me. I think even if he crits, it doesn't kill. As you can see, like, it does 98 to my Lucario. I get Bullet Punch chip, just for chip. And here, I just go with my Victini. High horsepower is doing 61. Okay, maybe the crit would have killed me. But I think he's Adamant Scarf, if I remember. And I'm obviously Adamant Band. So yeah, Victini, I don't know how many kills Victini got, but Victini and Dragon Ball definitely just killed his whole team. This is basically probably the best game I played this whole tournament, but I play very well when I need to play aggressively. And turn 27, that's basically, as you can see, it was basically 1-1 versus 0. So the closer to 30 turns I got, the worse for me it got basically in this matchup. So I did need to end in less than 30 turns to win. And it was basically 1 mon left. But yeah. Although this last couple turns I was just playing really safely. I mean, I guess it could have been a 3-0 if I predicted, but I just would rather play safe and guarantee the 1-0. Especially because differential doesn't matter in a tournament game. And then this is my very unfortunate loss against Eternal Snowman. Cool dude. Also Smogon player. But so turn 1 here, I don't lead favorably. So he clicks Fish's Rend. I think I have Protect, but I get it to T-Spike up anyways. I realize I'm faster, which is kind of interesting. So he has a lot of bulk. So I'm not happy with how I played this game. And I think if I had played how I wanted to play, I have no clue why I played so poorly this game. Honestly, like it's probably one of the worst games I played in the last 2 months. It's really interesting because it's like I'm top 6 in a tournament for like $60 or whatever. I don't understand how I can play so poorly, but I'm not perfect. So here I know there's no way he switched. He's staying. I should click Calm Mind here, but I click Dazzling. I'm so bad. But I have Calm Mind. If I click Calm Mind there, I win the game. Because I know he wants to defog. Because if he goes into Torterra, my Coco beats that Torterra 1v1. So there's no reason for him to go Torterra there. He wants to defog first, and obviously it predicts the fairy move. So if I had Calm Mind then there, I think I just 6-0 him, honestly. I guess not 6-0. My closer unfortunately fell to the thing. But here I Thunderbolt, and basically it's just me playing poorly. Those first 6 turns were so bad for me, and he gets rocks up too, which will obviously limit my Victini. I U-turn here, get in my Pult. I think I click Draco here. I am Specs Modest, so this kills him no matter what. But I miss, which is unfortunate. Which basically means I have no chance of winning this game, or my chances are very low because I don't have the T-Spike up anymore. So even when I Calm Mind here, it doesn't actually beat the Torterra anymore. But if I had that T-Spike up, it would. I am Shucka, and then I could obviously Roof Stall a little bit just to guarantee, I guess something like Roselli Como could have been annoying, but he did tell me he was Haban Dracovish, but I am Modest Specs, and that kills no matter what. I brick break here. I think he clicks Dragon Dance, and I think here he just wins. Yeah, here he just wins with the D dance D-tar, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I guess top six is definitely not bad. Is I mean it's it's my best tournament result ever, I guess, especially in a 256 man tournament. Um, I guess I'm just kind of disappointed in myself because I know I definitely could have won this game for sure, and basically I basically was like if I had made those plays, I think I would have steamrolled this dude, but and like I was definitely playing much better, starting from Kurai to Will to Snowman. I would have been playing so much so much better than I did like a couple of rounds ago, and I feel like momentum would have carried me to possibly winning it all, which would have been amazing if if I won a tournament. Like taking, I haven't played any Gen 8 leagues. Currently I'm playing a lot of Mons right now, but I haven't played any Gen 8 leagues up to this point. So doing so well in a Gen 8 tour is really nice for me. And getting to use Dragon Ball, I mean, I absolutely love this team. Um, I feel like all 8 of these Mons are like some of my favorite Mons ever. Especially, I mean, Coco's always been one of my favorite, but I actually like Dragon Ball is probably like one of my top 10 favorite Mons to use. Um, and even design wise and stuff like that, I feel like the greatest thing that Jenny did was give us Dragon Ball. Um, so I absolutely love the Mon, especially it's so versatile, really. But this is basically how my tournament ended. Not as great. I will be uploading more. Um, I am in, so I'm in 4 team tours right now. Yeah, 4. 1 normal league. And then I am captaining a team tour, Wishing Star Meets with my boy Luke, coming in June. And so I think for sure I'm going to probably be doing I think because Bob is only Bob is basically the mini Clash of Kings. Bob is only 5 weeks, so I'll probably upload all my Bob games. And I'll definitely be uploading UCA content for my team with Luke. And then I am playing Cash Gang Tour, which is a 300 man tour, I think, something like that. A much bigger prize pool than this one, and so I'm gonna be uploading. Even if I lose all my pool games, I'll probably be uploading it. My pool is actually relatively challenging. I don't think it's free. Any sense of the word free is is correct, and I think even if I play well, there's a good chance I still lose. Because there's a couple good players in my pool. So I guess a lot more content will be coming up, and it's just the beginning. I hope top 6 and quarantine draft tour isn't the highlight of my my quarantine career, I guess you could say. But I am looking forward to uploading more and sharing content like I used to. But that's gonna be it for the video, boys. It's probably long, like an hour-long video or something like that. But if you enjoyed, subscribe, like, and see you guys soon.